Welcome in to another episode of One Cup of Success. My name is Zach Talman, your host, and today we have a wonderful guest. We have Jake Orens. I met Jake when I was on my birthright trip in Israel, and we've been staying connected ever since. And he is a finance manager for Snapchat. So we're really excited to have him on, and let's welcome in Jake.
Hey, Zach. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Great to see you. And as I said, you work for Snapchat. Want to know how did you get that job?
Yeah, totally. So let's see. I graduated college in 2015, and I was recruited to the Big Four accounting firms. So I was at PricewaterhouseCoopers for a couple of years, got my CPA, and right around the same time, Snap actually reached out to me. I had one or two friends that had joined Snap in the last year, and I guess they had an open staff accountant role. My friend recommended me to the recruiting team at Snap. They reached out, went through the interview process, went pretty well. And then I found myself at Snap, and I've been at Snap since 2017 now.
So a great company to work for, obviously, and a lot of exciting things going on, and they continue to grow. So what makes it interesting to work for Snap?
Well, when I was looking for a new role after PwC, it was more I wanted to work somewhere where I aligned with their mission,
Mhm.
and that it was a fun and enjoyable company to work for. And so what I found through the interview process is everyone who I spoke to was super smart, really nice, really generous, like always wanted me to like grow into more roles and all that. And then I believe in Snap's mission. Snap's mission is to connect people from across the entire world. Like that's pretty freaking cool. And we're just innovating along the way to do that. So it kind of felt like a no-brainer. I believe in the company, and I believe the people believe in the company, and it felt like a great place to go to grow my career.
Yeah, I think you're right on that. Everyone, especially from our generation, is really bought on to the idea of Snapchat. So really cool that you get to be involved in that on the finance aspect of things. And while you were at school, you went to UC Santa Barbara. Did you always want to do finance, or was there any other like career
Yeah,
aspirations that you had?
yeah, no, good point. So, I had a feeling it would always be somewhere in the business world. Um, UCSB doesn't have a business major per se, but the closest we had was a major that was half econ and half accounting. So I did that as my major. I was tracking to kind of move through it pretty fast and graduate in 3 years, which I did not want to do. So I added communication as a second major. So that was kind of like me building my own business major per se. Um, and it worked out great. I had a great time and I learned a lot. And I mean, at some of the larger universities, all the big four accounting firms and others come in and recruit you, and it's a pretty well-oiled machine from that whole recruitment process. And so it worked out pretty well.
Yeah, and I know that the University of California system, really kind of recruits heavily or I guess they recruit heavily for them. So got a good position there, and now I'm working at Snap for over 5 years now. And
Yeah,
uh,
crazy.
recent, I know it's crazy, right? And then recently, you've been taking kind of advantage of some of the things that are going on with the world and how it's changing and evolving with more work from home flexibility. So I wanted to give you the floor to touch on that.
Yeah, I mean, I think about travel every day. I think about, new places and new experiences and new cultures. And I mean, knock on wood, I've stayed pretty healthy throughout COVID and want to continue to stay as healthy as I can. But one of the silver linings has been working remote, right? I don't have to work from the office. I don't have to work from my apartment in Santa Monica. I'm able to work wherever I want. So over the last couple of years, I've like really tried to take advantage of that. I've gone on probably over a dozen road trips around the Western U.S. Driven tens of thousands of miles, had to buy a new car, work in different Airbnbs and places in Wyoming, Montana, Utah, Colorado, all over the place. Um, I've done a little bit in Europe too, working abroad, Pacific hours, which has been fun, right? You couldn't do that before COVID, right? Before COVID, if I wanted to go to South Africa, I'd have to take a couple weeks off work. But now, if I wanted to, I can just go work in Cape Town. Now I can go ski, very easily on a Friday afternoon or a Saturday or Sunday and not go on a mission to do it after, you know, a 5-day work week. I can kind of go plot around wherever I want and have some fun working in different places.
Yeah, it's really exciting. And what has been like the most exciting place that you've been in the past, I guess, year?
Well, I have gone to some pretty exotic places. Iceland, Tahiti, Namibia. I've been pretty far, and it's been all great experiences. But I will say one of my favorite places, which I've gone to several times now, is Jackson, Wyoming.
Oh wow.
I do love Jackson a lot. I think I went 5 times during COVID, and it's a beautiful place. I love the town. I love the energy. The mountains are gorgeous. It's great in any season, and I would probably say that would be number one.
That's a really cool spot, and glad you're getting to take full advantage of the work from home situation. So I want to end this episode, as I will end every episode, in asking my guest what their one cup of success is.
Oh, nice. Um, my one cup of success. You know, I think it's pretty important early on in your career to just listen, right?
Mhm.
Be in a room with really smart people and listen. Like, I want to grow as much as I possibly can as a professional. I want to learn new things, do different things, really just establish myself as this overall, you know, great individual in the working world, in the business world. And in order to do that, I need to just absorb and listen. Of
Mhm.
course, from there, I've taken, you know, proactive measures to kind of push myself forward. But step one is listen before speaking. And that's been really huge for me to continue to learn and grow.
Yeah, I love that. Love that sentiment there. Gotta listen and learn, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Again, thanks, Jake, for coming on the show.
No problem. Thanks, Zach. Thanks for having me.